Welcome to this information sharing video on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. I find myself starting in the same position I did for my map tour of CALMSDEN Farm. This is a kind of information sharing video, I guess. Information sharing, yes, that's what it is. CALMSDEN Farm Easter eggs. What am I talking about? What do I mean? Well, it's the little secret hidden things. Now, in my defense, I need to take off my FS19 head. I've got to, obviously this was my first map tour on FS22 on here. There's things that I need to kind of readdress while I'm doing map tours now. And one of them being build mode for a start. We'll come back to the house in just a moment. But when I was talking about the rubbish pile, all the way over here, and on the map it shows a rubbish pile, which I'll show you. All the stuff here, if we go onto the map, and this little icon here, when you click on that, it says remove junk in barns. Now I went round and round and round and round. I couldn't find a trigger. I couldn't get it to work. Now, all of these Easter eggs, hints, tips, information sharing come from other people. These are from, I had so many comments from people yesterday, direct messages and stuff. Now again, this bit is obvious. The next couple aren't so much. And it's not something, whenever I've done a map tour, I've ever thought to check. You'll see why in a moment. But as for clearing the rubbish here, it requires accessing the build mode. If we go into build mode, and we come across, you see the little generator there? If we go into the generator, it lights up. If I go along to demolish, for 249, I can demolish that, and we get rid of all the junk in the barn, which frees up for a bit of extra space to do with as you will. So if you were still wondering why you can't find a trigger and you've been going round and round it, or you've just given up, or you just don't care, it's just up to you, whichever way you look at it. That's how you get rid of that. On to the next part, and this is very cool. Now, it's to do with the house. Now, as far as the house goes, you can't sell the house. Your sleep trigger is fixed. But we do start with a dog kennel. And I just mentioned it. Look, we start with a dog. And I think on all three game modes. Yeah, you do. You start with the dog. Now, again, this involves build mode. If we go into build mode and we swing around, we find our dog kennel, which is just there, and we go to demolish to get rid of it. Look what happens. Do I wish to sell the doghouse for 437,500? That's bonkers. That's absolutely insane. But why have one dog when you can sell your dog for 437,000? Buy yourself a yacht. Get a yacht instead of a dog. It's up to you. So the dog kennel, bit of an Easter egg there. Again, what I would never have thought on a map tour to check what the sell price is, because in my head the sell prices are going to be half whatever you pay for them. That's kind of how it works, isn't it? I mean, that's normally how it works. But it doesn't end there either. If we come up and we go out to the first of the farms that I looked at on the map tour, I suppose this is technically secondary to the other farm over there. We have the two petrol tanks, fuel tanks. So, bear with me a second. So these fuel tanks, I said a couple of things have been put in by the map maker. I think it was a barn and a fuel tank and a couple of things like that. Now, if we go to this end, we do have the option of filling it up. It's 10,000 litres for 13,750 to fill it up. And if we go into our build mode and we go along to our containers, and again, this is another reason why why would it have crossed my mind? It's there you go. 10,500 to buy, 10,000 litres. The standard in-game one is there. So, didn't think anything of it. However, if we go along to demolish on this, also 437,500 to sell that fuel tank. Sell it for that. Buy a new one for 10 grand or 10,500. That's a bit of a result, I think you'll find. So if we go from there to the other farm, where the second fuel tank is, you'll find it's exactly the same. We can sell that one for 437,500. Now, I have had a few people message me that were talking about this and sent me messages saying, did you know? Well, I didn't know. Like I say, why would I think to? I came into this menu down the bottom, had a look along at each of the things to see if there was anything put in, silos, things like that, and saw there was a petrol tank, but never questioned, if I sell it, will I make 500,000? It just never crossed my mind. But I had some people messaging me saying, on Easy, they're getting 875,000 for it. So, here's the thing. If we go into this menu, and to here, I'm on New Farmer, and New Farmer starts me off on Easy. And it's saying 437 for me, 437,500. I went on to here on Farm Manager, and that's on normal. It was the same amount of money. And I came on to here on Start from Scratch on hard mode, and it was the same. So in all three game modes, in all three economy difficulties, it was saying the same amount of money. For me, personally, 437,000. Have a look on yours, see what it might be offering you way more. I have fiddled around with some of the other settings. I couldn't figure out anything else that would give me any more money, which then made me think something else I could probably check and should probably check. But I don't think, I think this is a standard one, but it won't hurt to have a look. And it's this one here, but I don't think it's going to give me the option to sell it. No, this one is fixed in place. That's the liquid fertilizer tank, but I thought I would check it while I'm here. So, there we go. Dog kennel, fuel tanks, worth a fortune if you sell them, and you can get rid of the rubble as well. I hope this has been helpful in some way, shape or form. If you're not into cheating, if you don't want to, that's entirely up to you. You don't have to, of course you don't. You can leave those there. You might only want one fuel tank at one farm, but again, why would you not sell them for that price, then put in a cheaper one? Just, you can put in a larger one and still have a ton of money left over, and fill it up repeatedly, and it not really cost you anything at all. So there we go. All calm at CALMSDEN Farm. If you have found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.